Hello, it's me, Ariza Gaming. We're back with some more Oxygen Not Included. It's Monday. Hope you're doing well. Uglavisk, you are the killer fish for today. Whiskers has actually been sociable, which is nice. I'm also being sociable, which is nice. We're still on the Tungsten asteroid. We've got the first Tungsten Volcano more or less set up, but it's dormant. So today we have to solve a puzzle. How do we access the other Tungsten Volcanoes? Let's have a look. I'll turn our music back on in a minute. Or I'll turn the game music on in a minute. So the good news is, I got Fast Track Mod working again. So hopefully the performance will be a bit better today. It looks a bit better at the moment. We'll see how it goes. Yeah, we've got 4 bionic dupes here. They're all working out. Thing 1 and Thing 2 are still working here. The other 2 are kind of helping out. We'll get them on the rocket back fairly soon. But yeah, there's 2 tungsten volcanoes down here in the magma. And the question is, how do we cool down the magma so we can actually dig in here safely? We do have some polluted water, but it's not enough. This is going to turn into steam that's way too hot if we try and condense all of this. So we've got to come up with a more robust way of deleting the heat. Or transferring the heat. So we do have steam turbines set up over here. We also have a Thermo Aquatuner set up here. I kind of got this running a little too cold. All the gunk that was in here is solidified. It turns out the gunk freezes at about 11 degrees C, minus 11 degrees C. So we're going to go and actually... I think what we're actually going to do... So at the moment, our coolant pipe is going into space and cooling all of our payload equipment. But we're also... I think we're just going to have to set it up to actively cool the magma down. And then at least we can start using these. So I think what we'll do first... Let's actually just put a ladder here. And then I'm just going to build a couple of pipes down here. So the coolant is running this way. So I think what I'll do is I'll just take the pipe and go in here. And I'm just going to literally run this like the whole way through here, through the slime. We're going to see how effective that is at cooling down the polluted water. That should at least help us boil this water faster. We got some gunk in here as well. Let's sweep the gunk out. That should help us boil the water in here faster. We poured a neat little layer of water on the top of our polluted water, so hopefully there should be less off-gassing than there was. Which means we should actually be able to pump out all the gas. And then we've got to wait for this to erupt, which will erupt in 24 cycles. Are we going to play 24 cycles today? I don't think so. We'll see. What can we do in the meantime? We can keep cleaning up the rest of the asteroid. We want to put in more Geotuners. We've got the Geotuners for the current Tungsten Volcanoes set up over here. I should probably, actually, while we've got a moment, just move these so we can tile the rest of this back in. That won't take very long, and that's going to stop irritating me. Yeah, the bionic dupes are alright. I think the plan was I was going to put more batteries up here. Maybe more power bank chargers as well. I think we'll put one more power bank charger up here. We're currently actually using power banks to run the Thermo Aquatuner, which is not that sustainable. Once we get the steam turbines online, that should help. But yeah, let's just put the rest of the batteries here for now. Actually, hold on. Let's see. Batteries are power buildings. I should actually just put a power control station in here. Because we've got tungsten, so now we can make microchips. That's going to help our situation a lot. We imported some cobalt as well, just to get everything going, but it's going to take a little bit of time. Okay, the water level is all kind of whack now. I think the polluted water is still covered, so I think that's fine. But yeah, we've got a little bit extra polluted water in here. I don't think that's a problem. The tungsten should still come out of the volcano just fine. I do actually need to set up all the conveyor stuff, don't I? No? Am I not running it past the volcano this time? I guess ultimately there's not going to be that much liquid in here. I feel like I kind of want to run it this way at least a little bit. I just run it this way. I don't think we have to zigzag it all the way around the room like we have been before. Tungsten is quite conductive anyways. The only thing is, we are going to have the Isosap in here as well. Sap is accumulating. Sap is not very conductive. It has a thermal conductivity of 0.15. Isosap, which is the rare material, has a thermal conductivity of 0.17. So the solid debris is not going to conduct into a liquid very well at all. It's going to conduct into the diamond tile here. I'm not sure this is going to be a very effective way of actually cooling the Isosap. But I also think the Isosap is going to come out in such small quantities, I don't think it's going to matter. I haven't done any of this before. That's fine. What's flooded? The battery, that makes sense. That's okay. Yeah, we'll just run the pipe down here. I want to keep, I definitely want to decontaminate everything as well. Let's focus on that. We don't want any slime lung. So dig these, dig these. I think we'll just stick opportunistic farm tiles in places as well. I think I will actually put one... You know what? I think if I put one here, that would make sense. I think Fast Track is helping. I don't think it's perfect, but I think it would explain why it was so bad before. The fact that it stopped working. Right, let's put some tiles here, get rid of the chlorine. I'm trying really, really hard not to introduce chlorine into the asteroid. There's a lot of it down here. I think what I might do over here is I might actually just set up a liquid lock. There's not a lot of polluted water left over here, but it might be enough for a lock. I don't know, liquid locks made out of polluted water are pretty sketchy. This is all covered in slime, so let's actually put a planter box down here. I don't know. We could put 2 down if we really wanted. I don't think we need to. Yeah, the dupe should be pretty, chill today. Any excess polluted water we've got, we're just dumping in here. We could import liquids. I don't think there's any point in importing liquids. I think there's 2 things we want to do. Well, the gunk's melted, so that's good. There's 2 things we want to do. We want to run these steam turbines as much as possible. So we'll get this Thermo Aquatuner running off of this pipe. Let's actually make that priority 8. Construction set to priority 8. There you go. We can access all of this. I checked. So that should be pretty quick to do that pipe, and then we can just connect everything up. We actually do have a liquid pump over here that we can fill with more polluted water pretty easily. There's a little bit of gunk in here. Let's get rid of that. Really? I picked a great time to be at the end of the playlist. Yeah. We still have puffs in here. I think I'm kind of tempted just to get rid of all the puffs. But then again, we're getting the friggin' phyto oil from the slime from them at the moment. Let's actually add slime to the list. What's going on? We've got 13.3 tons of slime. That's not a lot. So I probably should actually consider keeping them around. We could definitely just dig out all the abyssalite as well. That's not an issue at all. The only bits I want to keep are... I don't know. Bits that are holding this back. I don't really need to keep anything else. I only need to keep stuff that I could use to access the rest of the map. Now, I don't think you can get all the way up here, but I can actually dig... I can if I deconstruct this. We have some dupes that like to dig over here, apparently. That's fine. Yeah, get rid of all those. We got some loot. Let's have a look at the loot. There's going to be a tiny bit of waiting to do while we're cleaning this asteroid up, but we knew there was going to be a little bit of waiting. Ooh, we got the lavatory glitter balloons. Amazing. Oh, wait, we got some unclaimed ones. I keep forgetting. It's been the weekend. I've been doing video stuff. The frilly socks. We always get the frilly socks. Ooh, look! We got the handy cracker. The hands. Great. I like it. We should do when we do the max difficulty run, we should use the hand blueprints for everything. We've accumulated enough, We've accumulated enough stuff now that we can definitely do it. The filaments. That's what we've accumulated. Right, can I get in here? Is that on the cards? I don't think you can get down there. But you could reach it from this angle anyways. There's more iron ore there. That's fine. Dig this. Oh, actually, you know what? Don't dig that one. I do enjoy days where we just hang out. Right, this could get removed as well. Not that I really intend to use the Abyssalite to geotune anything. We got a Draco egg. I still don't think we're doing Dracos here. I generally want to keep critters to a minimum. Why is this not a power control station? Oh. You need at least one heavy-duty generator. We could just put a wood burner in here. It won't do anything except actually count as a thing. You know what we could actually do that's really funny? We could literally just stick a wood burner up here and not do anything with it. In fact, all we have to do for that is put some tiles here, put the wood burner here, and then deconstruct the tiles and suppress notification. I'm totally going to do that. Should be fine. Yeah, we'll be here a while today. Very keen to get this asteroid mined out. That's like the main thing I want to do today, and then we can just plant everything else uninterrupted. We do actually have 13 Wheezeworts here. Now the funny thing is that actually going to be a significant amount of cooling? Maybe if we stick them in hydrogen. And I have admittedly been deleting the hydrogen so far. Maybe we keep a little bit of it around just for Wheezeworts, but then again, we haven't got infinite phosphorite here. We're going to be importing phosphorus, not phosphorite. You know what? You can deconstruct these desks as well. We definitely don't need these. You can deconstruct these tiles. Sounds good. Let's actually just put some wood let's put a wood burner here. This is amusing to me. Oh, is that? That is space exposed. Does that change my plan? Yeah, you know what? I don't want to deal with that. Let's just put the wood burner in and not plug it in. We don't have any wood on this asteroid anyways, do we? Wood. Wood, please. Okay, so no wood. So we'll just plug this in. This counts as a heavy-duty generator for some reason. Then at least we can use this, and we just want to use this on tungsten because we don't want to use any other metal for it. And then we've got these steam turbines in a power plant because they're together and they're covered in doors. So we should be able to get a fair amount of power out of this. I don't know. The Aquatuner is going to be doing a lot of the heavy lifting, if I'm going to be honest. The volcano is not going to do that much. I think we're probably going to be able to keep it all on one conductive wire and not suffer. It would be nice to have it just as some baseload power for when the solar panels aren't operating. But again, we just need a bit more refined metal. We probably just need to keep importing the refined metal and then conductive wiring everything. I think we should do that. Let's actually go back here. Let's actually import cobalt again. Looks like we're sending steel over at the moment. That's... You know what? Stop sending steel over. Start sending cobalt back. That should be fine. I don't think there's anything over here that we need to do at the moment. Turbines are all running now. This is good. And they are all actually cooling down. So eventually we should get them all in ethanol gas range. I'm quite sad that we never quite managed to get the other gases out of here. Wait. What? What? Shenanigans. They're all gone. They weren't gone when we last looked. I reckon the remaining gases have been deleted by vacuum phenomena. Wow, how weird. Well, I'm not complaining. Right. Wires are breaking. Yes. That is kind of expected. Right, well, we'll start fixing the wires. We brought 12 tons of steel over. That seems a little unnecessary. Well, we could just send it all back fairly soon. I don't think I want to do that now. We're not actually using the steel for anything else. Right, let's actually just take this and go like this. Sorry, middle segment. You are now left alone. How mean. So now that's 1.2 degrees. Water can exchange in this liquid. How quickly is this going to heat up in the pipe? Not very quickly. Probably needs some radiant pipe. Let's put some radiant pipe down here. We can make this with cobalt. That's fine. And then stick more Weezeworts up here. We will have to run the Weezeworts for at least a little bit. We can't actually dig this plant because it's on neutronium. Please tell me how a plant can bury itself in neutronium and we can't deal with it. For now, I'm just going to patch job these because we're going to fix them fairly soon. So you can replace that wire with a conductive wire. There we go, this worked just fine. And I guess we'll leave this here for now until we pump this polluted water out. I could just replace this with a ladder and then we could pump more out. Seems like a good plan. And then we could dig these tiles, we could dig these tiles. Most of these could actually go. I think you could reach that one from here. Go ahead and keep grabbing more random tiles that we know we can grab. Basically, what I want to do today is just have the entire asteroid cleared out. That's what I want. Alright, new printables, we go. Copper. That's fine. This asteroid needs metal ore. What's going on with the asteroid? Wait. We picked up an artifact, and we never looked at it, did we? We got an office mug. Oh, God. Okay. How underwhelming. What were the plans for the next space trip? Somewhere we haven't been. Well, obviously we've been to the temporal tear. Let's go here. We gotta find where the actual ice planet is with the iron volcanoes. That's more refined metal on the table. We should colonize that one as well because we know it's full of metal volcanoes. Oh no! More solid phosphorus. I mean, it's a good sign, but, like, ultimately this shouldn't be melting anyways, right? What do I actually need to do with this? Set this to 44 degrees. Right. I think it's a sign that I need to... Oh, you know what it is? It's a sign that it's actually getting... Like, we're dropping... We're not dropping the phosphorus there, we're running it along here. You know what, that's fine. I think we can just keep digging it up every now and then. It's not that much of an issue. Let's not exaggerate. Right, so now the water's coming in here. Now this is heating up quite a lot. That's good. So now the Aquatuner can run a lot. And this should heat up the rest of this water pretty quickly. I don't know why we've got a shine bug in here. We just do. That's not really what we wanted, is it? Right, let's tile this one, because that's algae. We know we can deal with algae. It's just going to be a matter of digging these bits out and just eventually actually doing something about all the random tiles. This one can go because we're not using that one anymore. Must be so cozy in that, yeah. Not really. He's quite glum. Hope you do well, Shishaline. I'm content. I think this is going alright now. I think I'm just gonna bring this over here, like this. And then we can remove this tile. The only thing is, we can't actually go through the tree. So if we're actually doing access stuff, I probably need to make sure that we actually can get around this way. Also, did I send a Masterworks booster over? I think we will. I think we will make one and send one over. You've had a good Monday? That's good. It's always good when Monday's good. I've had a really good day. Can you guess why? Oh, look, all the stone hatches. You're crowded. Is that allowed? Wait. What's going on? We got 6 critters. Is that the right amount? Oh, you're not drinking any Breckin. I don't think you were supposed to be drinking Breckin, though. You're crowded and cozy. You guys require 12 tars each. Oh, wow, I really miscalculated this. This is a 4-hatch situation, not a 12-hatch situation. And not a 6-hatch situation. That means we're going to have to murder 2 stone hatches. That's not ideal. Stone hatches have 200 HP. You are not supposed to murder them. Actually, you know what? You know what? Actually, don't even try it. Just relocate them. Relocate them up here. That's fine. Then they'll make their way over to the goop pits. Yes, there is no reason to attack stone hatches because they are quite deadly. Well, I guess they're just tanks more than anything. But yeah, I've had a good Monday because I mean, I'm not sure how much of I should say this on stream actually, but like, I have won an insurance claim, so I've got a nice extra contribution to the computer fund coming in. So, so that number's gonna go up because whatever I planned to spend the money on didn't end up happening. That money was discretionary money. It is coming back to me. It is discretionary money again. So we're going to use that to accelerate getting a new computer. And I think that's a very reasonable thing to do. Right. Yeah. You guys are okay. What was I doing here? Was I looking at something? Was I looking at the Radbolt launcher? No. Yeah, see, hatch is being dealt with. It doesn't matter how much HP you have if you're drowning. So it's all good. But yeah, I mean, other good news. August was actually my highest revenue month ever. Not by a lot, but by a little. So, the train is continuing to go up the hill, as it were. We're doing all right. Right, now you're actually going to reproduce. That's good. We have a fair few stone hatches in here anyways. I think that probably means we are definitely going to produce enough rock to feed them. We're literally just using the fossil quarry for the rock. We're not doing anything else. You guys have formed some liquids over here. How rude. I hope this doesn't become a pattern. How much oil we got in here now? Not a lot. There's more oil in this one. There's a fair bit of petroleum in this one. The liquids have all mixed, by the way. It'll be fine. I'm hoping... Okay, is this cobalt? Wait. Wait. Why is this not running? Oh, we're probably out of power because the steam turbine isn't running. That's why we're getting errant payloads. Right, well, that's probably a sign that I need to fix this. We can at least fix that bit. Oh, that's what I was going to do. I was going to send a Masterworks booster over. I'm not sure if we've even got one, so I'm just going to tell them to make one. And then we're going to analyze the artifacts in situ. I do not think I'm going to remember to deliver the artifacts back. Now I've deconstructed a rocket platform. I will need to reconstruct it at some point to bring the guys back. In fact, actually, I think I did reconstruct it. I did. Okay, let's extend the ladder up here. We'll have to come pick the extra dupes up at some point, because we'll only need 2 dupes here long term. But we've geotuned the Tungsten Volcano now. So when this erupts, it's going to erupt 17.4 kilograms per second of tungsten at 3,977 degrees C. And it's a good thing tungsten has a very low specific heat capacity, otherwise that would be quite concerning. So we've got, what can we actually melt with this? That's really hot. Oh, I'm curious now. I'm gonna look it up. I'm gonna look it up and I'm gonna share with you the page on the wiki. I love looking at this random page. It very much amuses me seeing what kind of weird shenanigans we can do. But yeah, tungsten has a really low heat capacity. You only actually need 1 steam turbine to manage a fully geotuned tungsten volcano, which is kind of crazy. But we've got 2 because we're planning on running this even when we're not using we're not cooling down metal. What's the highest vaporization point I can think of? Right. Okay, well, liquid tungsten boils at 5,929 degrees. So, we're not getting any tungsten gas. I've never seen anyone make any tungsten gas in this game. But we could reasonably boil steel into steel gas. Yeah, tungsten's great. Even were it not for the fact that we're going to be making a load of thermium with it and a little bit of niobium, and that thing is so strong. Even if we weren't doing that, tungsten volcanoes are among the best. Because Gulp volcanoes are among the best, because they generate so little heat. They generate enough heat for it to be useful, but a low enough amount that it's actually manageable. So that's absolutely perfect for us. But yeah, we could boil steel, and that's actually somewhat relevant. Because here's the fun fact. Liquid steel has a specific heat capacity of 0.386 kDTUs per kilogram per degree C. Steel gas has a specific heat capacity of 0.49. So you know what you do with the ethanol heat deletion, where the liquid boils and the gas has a lower heat capacity and you delete heat that way. You can boil liquid steel and condense it with the exact same mechanism, maybe a slightly different heat source. But you can multiply heat with it. Is that actually useful for our specific asteroid in this case? I don't think it is, but it's technically possible for us to do with the geotuned tungsten volcano. So, yeah. A bit less cumbersome than getting a metal refinery all the way up to that temperature with liquid uranium, which you could do. But what else could we actually vaporize with liquid tungsten at that temperature? Most refined metals, cobalt, gold, iron, we can turn them all into gas, but they don't have any specific heat capacity differences, so there's no point. We can obviously turn magma into rock gas. Again, there's no real point in doing that. We could turn glass into rock gas. Great. Obviously, we can do the molten salt trick. Actually, we can turn molten salt into salt gas. And then that's about it. Okay, so it turns out it's not that useful. What about solids? Are there any suspicious solids that we can melt with liquid tungsten at 4,000 degrees C? No, not mercury. We don't need to worry about melting mercury, do we? Well... We can melt diamond into liquid carbon. Anyone fancy having some liquid carbon? We can melt abyssalite into tungsten. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Are you serious? How are we going to heat up the abyssalite, though? Oh, I know people have talked about this before. I know people have talked about melting abyssalite specifically to get tungsten. But we've never done it. Man, I don't know. Anyone got any experience with that? Also, all of our bottom dupes are idle. You're all idle. I've been rambling so long you've run out of things to do. And the metal... Is the metal en route? Let's at least see if that's the case. Yes. This strikes me as an odd circumstance. Oh, you can't get up here. Okay, that's the issue. Alright, go ahead and do that then. If you guys are literally running out of stuff to do, you can definitely drywall this. And we're just going to drywall this whole asteroid in plain drywall. Sorry, guys. Them's the rules. We already did it for the top section. And I frankly don't want to acknowledge a space border even exists. So here you go. And we know that the dupes are going to be hanging out in this bit as well, so that's all fine. Don't think there's anything else in here. Wait, are we really out of granite now? Oh, we're making it out of sedimentary rock. Oh yeah, that's true. There's not a huge amount of rock on this asteroid, is there? Will Tree get some use this run? Yes, maybe. We've got the sap. We're going to make Isosap. We're going to make insulate. Are we going to use insulate? I have no idea. It seems possible that we'll use it. But I don't think I've ever even thought about using insulate, so we'll see. Right, here you go. You can actually just ladder here. We have a load of igneous rock. Oh, you know what? Why are we doing this with sedimentary rock? No. Stop it. Get some help. This should be granite. And I know this doesn't help the overall rock shortage issue. But we may as well use granite for drywall when we've got granite. Not that I think it really matters. I think eventually we're going to replace all of these tiles with metal tiles anyway, so I'm not going to fuss about those too much. Oh, this bit here. This is all actually going to be access. But yeah, we could melt wolframite into tungsten. We could melt steel, obviously. I think it's just melting stuff into liquid carbon. What on earth does liquid carbon do? Nothing. Why would liquid carbon do anything? What would we ever use it for? I don't know. Although, the funny thing is, okay, we can't melt refined carbon into liquid carbon. I'm just being silly. Show off? Yeah, that's true. That's true. I don't know how many Oxygen Not Included streamers have actually made liquid carbon. I would be willing to bet not a lot. Did you make that out of granite? That's fine. Oh man, I need a drink. Okay, while we're waiting for the dupes, here's a drink of choice today. It's Fanta, but I didn't have my fruit twist. So this is raspberry Fanta. Can I just say, this is the least convincing raspberry color I've ever seen. I mean, it tastes fine, but it looks like it just came out of some kind of biohazard chemical factory. But at least it's zero sugar. Because I probably am ingesting too much sugar at the moment. Right, if you probably know this, we can put the fire pole in as well. Yeah, actually, go ahead and just do that. We know we're going to want access on this side anyways. Hydrogen, I think we should just let go up to the top. I'm not concerned about hydrogen. What I would ideally like to do is separate the hydrogen out from the chlorine. There's not a lot of it, though. I don't know, there's a little bit. Looks like a lot of this slime has been decontaminated now. I've been rambling long enough. So, I think this is a case where I could do this. I can definitely do that. A lot of this is actually needed for access reasons now. That's kind of fortunate. Let's keep putting Wheezeworts in various places. This one is going to do a lot. We actually need to put this one underneath the water. There's no radiation penetration through here. We actually have the shine bug helping out. That's good. How hot is this getting? It's getting there. How cold is this water getting? Not at all. Great. That's fine. We will make a proper geothermal power plant with this, I think. And I'll position the heat spikes directly over the tungsten so that hopefully we can just dig in there and get it to work. That's the plan. But that is going to take a little while. Let's see, what's going on over here? So this is done. So I'm just going to tile this. Tile that first, and then we'll get rid of the other stuff. In fact, actually, you can do this now. Yeah, you can reach that. What are you talking about? We don't actually want to dig up that slime anyways. So I think the rest of this we'll just do like this. And then we can get over here. But I'm pretty sure we're going to reach a point where we actually run out of rock. And then we're going to need a panic. Right, let's add cobalt here because we're importing it. And I'm going to priority down this tile just so that we can actually get the remaining solar panels built again. We're still draining these power banks, actually trying to run the Thermo Aquatuner, but once this is generating steam power, we should be in a slightly better position with that, with these being tuned up. And us being able to tune those up pretty quickly. Oh man. Wire, stupid wire. Get out of here. I mean, we're definitely overloading this wire now. That's not controversial. You're irradiated again? Great. You're out of rad pills. Do I want someone to make rad pills? I don't know. Probably not. I think they're doing fine. I'm not going to pretend it's perfect, but I think it's good enough. Oh, that's going to be really awkward. I think there is a way of doing this, but it's going to involve a bridge. Yeah, we're not running. It's nighttime. The payload beacon doesn't work at nighttime. I think we're gonna have to set this to priority 9 just to make sure all this cobalt is getting unpacked. Should be fine. I haven't left any room for a transit tube over here. I don't think we're gonna have any transit tubes. Why am I talking about transit tubes? If we're making plastic on this run, it is primarily so that we can actually just turn it into sour gas. I'd like to build in a route for a transit tube in case we decide to do it, but it's never plan A. You talking about, Willis? Oh, you're building the bridge. Okay, that's fine. Oh, you can actually reach this. You can't reach this, though. If I build a ladder here, I'm pretty sure you can reach that walking on the door. Quite satisfying watching them build drywall. Now. Once we've unpacked a bit more refined metal, we'll make the rest of the geotuners. We're definitely not geotuning the oxygen vents. You geotune these guys with salt. The problem is, the gas output is so low, it's never worth doing. And obviously you're not getting any significant heat out of this either. That being said, if you geotune this, here's a question, because I'm never going to do it. If you geotune this, and it gets to... Let's actually do some science, right? Come on, game. Cycle 765. Right, let's see. So if you geotune this, it increases the temperature by 15 degrees. So a max geotuned infectious polluted oxygen vent will produce oxygen at 135 degrees C. Is that enough to make sure it actually comes out without slime lung? I mean, I guess at that point you're consuming a load of salt instead of a load of filtration medium, but it's probably less salt than the filtration medium here, right? Long term, you're probably best off just chilling it. Honestly, if you've got like a proper coolant, like super coolant, or even just gas and plenty of power with a thermoregulator, what you can do is you can actually just chill the polluted oxygen past condensation point, which is minus 183 degrees C. And when polluted oxygen liquefies, it just turns into liquid oxygen. So A, you're removing the slime lung, and B, you're purifying the oxygen. And then you're only purifying it with power, and you probably eventually have enough power. So the funny thing is, it's probably worth doing long term instead of running these and importing the regolith from the other asteroid. Let's add regolith to the list as well, because we probably got loads of it now. We've used up all the sand that was actually on this asteroid. Oh my god, this is a lot of wheezeworts. So, the other plan as well. We're going to put a Pacu Ranch in here. This is just going to be a bog standard Pacu Ranch, and I think it's going to be exactly the bog standard Pacu Ranch. I'm just going to build what we did in the most recent YouTube video. We could make Gulp Fish. The only issue is we don't have water to pour in here. We could just have the Gulp Fish swinging around a random liquid. Oh, sorry, hold on. A sneeze. Maybe I don't have to sneeze. Maybe my nose is just playing tricks on me, you know? Great. Let's remove these. I want to get rid of all of these regular tiles. Ah, there we go. Doesn't that look better? You can build this wire, so that's good. So let's keep building the solar panels now that you've got a proper radiation shield. And then that wire should obviously be disconnected. How's that looking? Okay, we've got a bit more regular wire. So we know this is definitely going to be a conductive wire. That's fine. We know that that one's not very controversial. This could be one as well. I think this is all going to stay here. I don't think we've got a huge amount of stuff on this side. Actually, we do have a little bit. Let's plug that in for now. I think we'll just connect up the payload thing so that it works properly. You know what? I've really got to go do my nose. So, we're actually going to zoom out a little bit. Oh, wow. That's awkward. Yeah. It hard resets. It's annoying. I'm going to go... I'll be right back. It's going to blow my nose. Right. We're back. Feels marginally better. Right, what's going on? Flooding, idle... Yeah, this is all good. Yeah, keep going on all of this. You could remove this tile, put these tiles in here. Oh, hold on. I need to unpop my ears. There we go. That's better. How's the gas looking? Hello? Oh, did I cut you off? Oh, no, here's what happened. Whoops. Yeah, okay, that should have been running for a little while. I don't think we need any more of this gas pipe, so you can go ahead and remove that, actually. I mean, yeah, the gas vents are in a funny position, because if they were too strong, you'd just circumvent a lot of the game. But if they're too weak, then they just kind of don't really do very much. And it's kind of fun setting them up like this. We will have to try just supercooling them at some point. Possibly once we get supercoolant, maybe we'll just come and do that over here just to try it out. Because then all you need is like, once it liquefies, you just need like a heating element down here or something. I don't... That'd be a way of doing it. Right, let's actually change some of the priorities over here. So, go ahead and do all this first. Again, we're still mostly waiting until this water boils. It's at 80°C now. We've got 20 cycles. That's fine. So, more Wheezeworts over here. We could dig this abyssite. That's fine. Thank you, Puff, for pooping. That's what you're allowed to do. And come grab this. You can go ahead and tile that for now. I'm going to leave this slime in. This is load-bearing slime. That one could change. I don't think we want to mess with any of this. I could dig this up. That's not doing anything. Similarly, I could dig this up. This is not irradiated at all because it's in space. Always remember, the slime in space gets irradiated enough that you don't need to worry about it. Let's just check here. That's fine. Go ahead and do that. And then I think what we need to do is that, and we can get rid of that chlorine. And then let's do that for now. Slime is done. That slime is not getting very irradiated. Look at that. Yeah, you're not going to get any radiation through neutronium. So we're going to have to actually position another Wheezewort down here. I think we can actually just move this one then. That's fine. But yeah, I mostly just want you to rebuild all this stuff. We could build something in space if we really wanted. I don't think we necessarily need to. Yeah, more cobalt's coming in. We definitely need to modernize our power grid. There's a few wrinkles we should change anyways. That needs to go somewhere. And then I think I still want this wire to be independent, but that could just go like this. Again, I think one conductive wire will be enough for this asteroid. Probably not once we get to the lower tungsten volcanoes. That could go on a separate circuit, I think. And then I think I'm just going to send this wire over here. I don't think that's actually a very compelling reason. Maybe just keep it quite similar to what we've actually got going on over here. I don't really mind. There's a couple of wire segments over here. We're not really going to be able to grab those. That's fine. Very glad there's no meteors over here. That does simplify things quite a lot. Oh, you definitely shouldn't be tinkering the wood burner. We're not using the wood burner. It's a decoy. It's a trap. You could definitely dig this slime. Right. We have received the Masterwork boosters. So, let's see. Thing one, you're going to multitask. You're already multitasking. You're going to get a Masterworks booster. Oh, come on. Here you go. And then we're going to build the artifact analysis station. That's going to go here. Just because we feel like it. And then that's going to go there. Then we're going to have a floor lamp here. And then we can fit one more building in this room. We can fit something else over here, probably. Right, this wire could go over here. That's good. And then this one can come down here. Yeah, I like that. I want to get that done. So go ahead and do this. And then the power wire, that's fine. Yeah, the important thing is we now got the solar panels up and running. So what we got? We got the strange brick, and we got the... Oh, what's the other one we got? Also, by the way, this is YouTube episode 41. We have never, in all my years, never done a YouTube series longer than 40 parts. So Sour Gas or Bust is now officially the longest series we've ever done. The cycle count is not as high as Flip Farters, but that's because we've done a lot less Speed 3. I don't know whether we've actually done more than on Flip Farters or not. I feel like we have. This asteroid is pretty based, if you don't mind me saying. Like, we completely mined it out. We have about, I don't know, like, this whole sort of top segment industrialized. We've got the whole steam biome down here. We have compressed a lot of base into a relatively small amount of space on the classic asteroid. There's a lot of production going on over here. And a lot of dupes. And we've also actually geotuned everything over here. Like, there is not as much going on this asteroid, but I think there's still a fairly good job of industrialization having been done here. We got 5 geotuned vents. Why is the saltwater not max geotuned? Why? What's up with that? Which one is the saltwater? Oh, it's this one. Are you currently doing it? You're idle. Wait, that's not good. Why are you idle? Oh, Chip's on the way to Geotune. Oh. What's your configuration again? Oh, you're the builder. Yeah, that makes sense. We do still kind of want to just excavate stuff, don't we? Like, we kind of stopped doing that, but we don't need to completely stop doing that. Like, look, here we go. We can dig all of this. I don't think there's any reason not for us to dig all of this. Oh, you can't get up here. Okay, well, that's a pretty good reason. How about ladder, ladder. And then you can start working on all of this. And similarly, we're not actually doing anything over here, so you can come and grab all this. Oh, we don't have the hard digging? No. Gizmo, you could have a hard digging. You could take it instead of one of the constructions, right? Oh no, we exported all of them. Oh, whatever, I don't care. I don't care about what you're doing anymore. I just don't. You've done enough. You can live a peaceful life. Dig this out. I do not have great expectations of you. We will have to come back for the Sweetles at some point, but that's going to happen after we've actually set up the rest of our industry. Because we have no sulfur geyser. Right, let's make this a priority 9. You're still doing all the drywall, that's good. You really don't like delivering Wheezeworts to these, do you? That's like the lowest possible priority on your list. I think we've done pretty well not actually exposing everyone to Slimeling yet. I'm going to dig this out as well, and we're going to dig out all of the Abyssalite. I don't think there's any real reason not to. Whoa, 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 what's going on? Why are we lagging? Game? Sweeter legs? We don't care about sweeter legs. Game? What happened? Yeah, grab payloads. Are these all just full of cobalt now? Seems good. Right. Thing 1 is actually doing the dusting. Good. We're gonna see what the useless machine does. I guess you can keep these ones over here. Well, Thing 1 definitely isn't a useless machine. They've been very well behaved. Obviously not the fastest in the world with just one booster, but that's fine. Oh look, it's gonna flip itself. There you go. I love those things. All the parts of this contraption are recycled from projects abandoned by the robotics department. The design is very close to one published in an amateur DIY magazine that once sat in the lobby of the employees-only area of Gravitas facilities. Nice. Yeah, I don't know where we're gonna go put these. Maybe we can make like a little space museum somewhere. I could put one here. Maybe, actually, yeah, maybe that's what we do. Maybe we put the apothecary here, and we'll empty out the gunk. We're gonna have to empty out the gunk at some point. Or maybe we just have a load of pedestals. I don't know. We could put the bionic power pack pedestals in. That sounds fun. Yeah, why not? Good to see we've actually got a solid layer of sap down here. Yeah, let's just put them here, whatever. I don't know what we're going to put over here. The lamp's kind of in the wrong place to put a rock crusher here. Yeah, like it's just the wrong spot for all these buildings. I don't think it really matters. We're probably just going to remove this and put something else here later anyways. In fact, maybe if we go on that logic and we're going to shuffle everything down once, we can fit a lamp here. I'll just build the pedestals here and then remove this one. Yeah, that sounds good. Right, I'm actually going to speed to it. We'll see how it goes. Right, useless machine goes here. And then, behind it, we got the strange brick. What does this do? This cordless phone once held a direct line to an unknown location in which strange distant voices could be heard but not understood nor interacted with. Though Gravitas spent a lot of money and years of study dedicated to discovering its secret, the mystery was never solved. There you go, it's got 4 buttons. There's not a lot of buttons. Right, let's check the colony report. How are we actually doing on artifacts? This is definitely the run where we've got the most artifacts as well. So we've got 5 space artifacts and 3 terrestrial artifacts. Those are rookie numbers. We're going to pump them up. You are up to 88 degrees. You're trying to run, but I don't think you've actually finished off the tiles here, so that's not going to help, is it? Yeah, put a weasel here as well. Let's see. That's like the one remaining one. The rad dose is pretty low, but I think we will just wait for that one. And then I'm pretty sure I can just dig this out. This one can actually get dug as well. I'm going to leave it for now. How's the rest of this looking? I could dig these. dig this. Oh, if I dig that, we can't get across. Okay, so don't bother doing that. You could dig this. That's pretty harmless. Same with all this algae. This isn't getting in the way of anything. That metal can go. That metal can go. This water can absorb a lot of heat, so we can definitely boil this off of this. A shame we can't tune these, but that's fine. You know what, I'm going to speed to it. I think we're fine. We are not really actually doing very much at the moment, so let's just leave it alone. We can dig that tile. We could dig... I don't think we can dig all of these. I think we can dig a few of them. Not the slime. Dig these. That could get removed. This could get removed. And then I can remove this. This. You can climb up here and then you can remove this. This could definitely go. It's looking like this is going to be a good spot to actually put a ladder. So let's actually deconstruct this bin. And I think maybe this polluted water bottle thing can go here. And then I'll ladder this for now, and then we can just pour the water bottles down here. I don't think we're going to want to put anything else on that tile. Right, a lot of this slime is actually getting decontaminated now. I think we could actually just remove most of this. Yeah, go ahead and do that. We can remove this abyssalite as well. Deconstruct these wires. Okay. Yeah, so we'll remove that water bottle, then we can remove that tile, and we're going to remove both of these tiles, and we're just going to put a ladder down here so we can get to the water pretty quickly. This is always going to be an awkward zone because of the geysers in the area, so I'm not going to worry about that one too much. Now the problem is this water is going to boil before this water, so we are going to end up with gases in here anyways from off-gassing. Because the gunk is going to sink to the bottom, and we don't have any lighter liquids. It's going to take a while to heat this up as well. I think we just keep pumping the gas out. The only thing is it's going to require more power. Or maybe we just... Because if we don't pump the gas out, we're going to end up with so much polluted oxygen here. I guess the amount of steam is going to still be relatively high. And we don't even bother pumping it out. Because if we run out of power before we actually heat this up, that's not going to work. I'm also thinking maybe we should actually import some more power banks. Because we can make more power banks here pretty easily, so... Let's send those over again. Just for now. We could also put the rest of the wires in, so let's keep doing that. I think this is actually fine. Yeah. I don't think I would do this differently. I think the one exception is probably this, which would go this way. The rest of that is good. And that's actually all the power, isn't it? So then I can start disconnecting these wires and breaking them up. That one's just going to stay there forever. This needs to be a wire. Remove this now. These can get removed, all of these. Eventually we'll have to put in some transformers, but not today. Alright, this slime can get removed. I think a lot of slime over here can get removed now. So, this is going to take a little bit of time, and not a lot. Yeah, leave all that in place. That can go. That can go. That can go. That can go. That will go, because I want to let all the water out here as well. So just dig out all the abyss light here. We actually have some polluted oxygen down here. That's funny. Yeah, move that too. Move the polluted water bottle, and then... I don't think we're going to want anything else here, so just put a ladder here. Because we can't ladder past the volcano. We don't really want a ladder past this. We could put a ladder going this way. That probably makes the most sense. Yeah, we'll see. Obviously, we could drywall some more stuff over here if we really feel like it, but let's not do that for now. If we have to start importing rock because of the drywall situation, and we've gone too far. We've literally gone mad with power. Now, it occurs to me, it'd be very easy, it'd be very, very easy for me to build a liquid lock here. And then I could just enter this area and pump all the gas. That seems worthwhile. Let's do that. Yeah, this is hopefully not going to keep happening forever. I'm hoping eventually it just comes out as debris and doesn't melt. You know what, you're right, this is definitely the best animation. We got 18 cycles. I don't think this is going to erupt today. But we can at least get the rest of the asteroid ready. We can at least get the steam boiled. That's overloading damage, not overheating damage. I was a little bit worried. Puff, do you get attacked by the tree? I mean, that's not very sensible. Can the tree even reach up here to grab a Puffed? Not really. Let's see what the attack range actually is. You know, for science. I think he probably... Oh! Well, he was old. That doesn't count. Spontaneously dies. Great. Also, we can get rid of the research complete tab. We're never going to see that again. We did all the research. We could totally do liquid hydrogen if we really felt like it. Right, I think it's time for another rocket trip. Surely? Rip Puffed, yeah. Let's see. Have we filled up with rad bolts? I think we should have by now. Yes, we have. Okay, so crew is just Sonia, right? Yep. We haven't brought any rad pills. Oh, whatever, I don't care. You don't have to actually do any databank making anymore. So, destination, I want you to go and explore here. Oh, wait. If I tell you to do that... If I tell you to do that, then you're actually going to go past this one and collect that. That artifact, which we don't want you to do. So we'll go around it. Wait. Do we have enough power banks in here? Yes. Okay, good. Yeah, we're only sending one dupe now, so it shouldn't be too bad. Oxygen is also fine. Yep, here they are. We've got to find all the planets. We've got to land on all the planets. We've got to do this because we're probably never going to do it again. Escape. How much nuclear waste have we actually accumulated down here? Not a lot. Oh, yeah, we have accumulated a lot. It's all on this one tile. Interesting. Is that actually radioactive? No, not really. Well, that's fine. Right, let's go back. So, what are the remaining tasks? Let's just see. So, drywall, a little bit of wire, that's it. That's it, really. So, we probably should start just laying everything out, right? Am I just gonna start tiling everything? We could just start tiling everything if you guys are really, really getting bored. And then by you guys, I mean the dupes. I should probably have like a little... Oh, right, you can't actually walk over here. You could ladder up here. We have established it is safe for the dupes to ladder up here. So maybe we'll just leave those tiles in. Yeah, that could be worth doing. And then that's all gonna go over here, because we're definitely not going through here. This will be a separate room. In actual fact, this is all gonna be the Paku setup. How wide is this? It's 18 wide, so it's not quite normal size. But that's fine. We can make a slightly smaller Paku thing. I also definitely need to disconnect this wire now. Yeah. Deconstruct and disconnect this. Oh, there's a wire here as well. Okay. You always forget one. At least one. Yeah, remove this. This slime can go as well. And then if we're laddering over here... Now, I feel like if we put a ladder here and here... If we do that, then you can get onto the doors, and then we can't do anything. If you put a ladder here, maybe you can reach something? I don't know, probably not, right? Well, I think we'll leave this bit open so the dupes can climb through here if need be as well. Why did I put diamond tiles here? Why? Was I just feeling particularly aesthetic today? Or that day, I guess? Man, I don't know. In any case, we've got the Geotuners over here as well. So, our design where we have the auto sweeper up top, maybe I'm going to have to tweak that bit. Because we know that we want the Geotuners over here specifically. And I probably need more batteries. You know what? I'm just going to stick more batteries here. Like, we need to make sure we don't run out of power, like, at night. How's this looking? 98 degrees, so this water is going to boil soon. Actually, if that water boils, maybe we'll have enough steam in here we won't get the polluted water off-gassing. That would be worth seeing, wouldn't it? Is diamond more radiation resistant than glass? Remember, glass would be good for radiation, but I can't think of another reason to use diamond here. I don't... It's quite good. I don't think it's... I don't know, honestly. Just, I would have to watch the VOD to figure it out, if I'm going to be honest. What we could do is we could have the Paku sorting mechanism here, and then the tank here, and then we could put something else in this room. That would probably make more sense. Yeah, I think we do that. So... Oh! No, that's fine. Never mind. Ignore me. Right, put this here, put this here. Go across like that. We can remove all of these ladders now. We can remove all of this. Remove all of this. Oh, we do well, Ayla Evo. Do I want to door all of this? I'm not sure. We definitely need to get rid of all these plants in here as well. I think we decided that I wasn't going to grab the hydrogen, so I'm gonna do this, and then we can start uprooting these tiles. Get rid of the plants that way. I guess you can't have a zero input Paku tank to feed the tree anymore. Well, you can if you feed them sea comb, but I guess you'd even have. I guess you'd still have to do fertilizer for that. I came to the realization you can't feed Paku sea comb seeds, and I think it's intentional because otherwise it would be very annoying actually getting sea comb seeds. But notwithstanding, it would also be overpowered because then you could literally generate more food with the Paku than they eat. Like, you could generate more Paku food than they eat from just the Paku waste products. So I can see why they can't eat sea comb seeds. And ultimately, if you really cared, you could probably wild plant stuff with pips. But I'm not going to do that. That's cheating. The whole point of this... Wait. Why are you in here? Get out. Right. You can't get in there, right? Okay, good. You can hop across, but he can't get in. That's what we wanted to see. Maybe I'll put some doors here. Tree be mad? Yeah, tree be mad. That's what these doors are for, to make sure the dupes don't climb in here, but I can still get in and grab most things if they want to. You can dig this slime. You can definitely dig this slime. And then this one. I think we're actually done with this, so let's remove that. We could start tiling this in to delete these gases. Is he also mad at robots? No, the rover just died up here and then we dug the tile out. That's what happened. I was just... I was just pushing my luck with the robot. Yeah, keep doing this. Yeah, you should be pretty close to boiling. Right, you can't actually get over to this bit. Is that because you have to dig through here? I think it is. I haven't told you to dig a hot tile, have I? No. Okay, so if you dig this, then all the heat should stay in this magma. The thing is, I don't want to leak the heat from the abyssalite, because the abyssalite heat won't normally leak. It's the magma heat that I want to delete. The hot abyssalite I just want to keep in a vacuum. That's going to be very difficult. Building broken. Yep. You need to do that priority 9. And then what else can we do? We can do this. There is... Oh, that's vacuum. Okay, that's fine. What about the germs here? Okay, this is all degermed, so this can all go. And then this is still germy because it's got the water on it. Well, I'm sure there's other reasons, but that's part of the reason. You could dig this out, and then we can move this use water a bit further down. That balm lily needs to go, so you need to tile this in, and then we can remove it from here. So that means I probably want to actually do like a ladder here, a ladder here, a ladder here. And then I can remove this, and we can reach all of this, so that can go. I just want to demolish this asteroid today, that's it. Right, that one's done. That one's done. And then if I build this ladder here, we can just reach all of this. Oh wait, hold on. Well, we can, but yeah, let's do it in that order. Let's put the useless machine here. Let's put the strange brick here. Oh, right. I was going to move this over. Do I care? I don't think I care. Right. You are launched. You're going to be there in 1.6 cycles. That's pretty quick, actually. Got a few of these bits. I need to get in here so I can remove this plant. So do that first. You can dig that one. Just keep creeping over here. And you guys are starting to run out of stuff to do, so we can just keep doing this, I think. Okay, and then we can do this one. You know what, maybe just ignore this one. Maybe that one could just hang out, the one remaining wild balm lily. I don't really care. I think actually what we do is we just combine it with this bit in the end, and then we dig this all out and we pump all the gas out. And then we make this the vacuum room that we get in and access the rest of this through. I think that makes sense. Are you actually bored now? No, you guys are bored. No. No, no, no. They're just faking me out again. Okay. I think I need you guys to make more things, actually. Put an apothecary. I'm going to put an apothecary here. And then I'm going to make it so that we can actually pump out the gunk. So I guess what we do with this is we put a bridge here, a bridge here. We'll priority 9 these. There's no liquid in that tank. There's definitely a slightly better plan I can do with this, but I don't overly care at the moment. So that one's going to come down here, and that's just going to go in there. We don't need any more clean water for now, so we'll just leave that disconnected. And then that's going to go here. Then this can go over here. And then maybe for now I just put like a little lamp over here. Because we do have a dupe with a medical degree. Degree? What am I talking about? Oh, you need a lamp over here actually, don't you? That would be a good idea. The occasional gunk extraction. Right, I can go there and then this can go here. Yeah, that's fine. Right, I believe we have enough refined metal. We can start building the rest of the Geotuners. Emphasis on start. Does not have to happen immediately. And prodiate all of this. And then you're doing the rest of this pretty quickly, actually. So I think all I need to do is get you to come up here. And then we can just keep tiling this out pretty efficiently. So yeah, this will be fine. Then you can do this one. Gonna get at least some of this done today. Also, if I wall this one here, we can just remove this algae. Oh, no, we can't. It's not drywall. Yeah, whatever. Nothing wrong with a bit of load-bearing algae. What's going on here? We got steam. Okay, this is good. We got steam. We got 1 tile of polluted oxygen. That is acceptable. What can we do about that? This gunk is probably not going to heat up quickly enough to boil this water. Are you just going to drift around lazily? I think you are. Okay. I mean, we could come over here and put some tiles in here. I think what we should do is we should turn on the pump when it's right over it. So all we need to do is plug this wire in for a second. Right. Let's see. This is a stakeout. Okay. We got 100 grams. Let's go. This does not seem like a good trade deal. Well, we can keep at it. This is probably, at this point, quicker than tiling it, right? Okay. Who's ever heard of a gas element sensor? I'm the gas element sensor today. Yeah, when it breaks in the pipe, it just comes back over here anyways. Also, in fairness, I could tile it over here pretty easily, I think. So if I priority 9 this... I think I'd have to be pretty lucky to actually catch it, but... it could happen. Oh, we got off-gas. Oh, we got off-gassing. You got steam. It's right here. It's right here. Okay, so we're definitely not going to do it by timing it with the pump. So we got to get lucky with the tile here. So you got to build this before it drifts back. Tile it now. Tile it now. Tile it now. Tile it now. Yes! We did it. Will our luck last? Probably not. Oh, look. We've condensed the water over here. That's no good. When it works, it works. When it doesn't work, it doesn't work. I think this has worked. I mean, let's look. Oh, no, it hasn't worked. That one is the one that off-gasses. Just the occasional 1 kilogram packet, just to tease us. I think that's fine. Just trying to think about how we can dump more heat in this thing quickly. The only thing we could really do... Oh, let's stop importing power banks. I don't want to... I think we've imported too many power banks now. Let's stop doing that. Oh, you know what we could actually do? Well, we could export the empty power banks. That seems like a waste of power, to be honest. So let's stop exporting the power banks. And then I guess we're going to make 100 more because we're not using the stuff over here, and the dupes are board over here. In fact, let's actually see how much debris they moved up. They moved this much debris up. Well, it's at least something. Kit is 1.1 cycles away. You are quite irradiated. Oh, you're still making data banks. Maybe we'll use them someday. I think you've been conned. Okay, well, we don't really need to worry about these yet. I could hook up the wire now just to do it. There's some tungsten here we can use to finish it off. That's fine. And then we can put in a few of the remaining bits. Maybe the ones that don't involve refined metal. Though, you could just do this. There you go. And then let's just plug in an automation. Let's just do the automation wire now so they don't turn the lights on automatically. That seems reasonable. And then we can come over here again. So we can just dig this out. I think we can reach that. That's good. So deconstruct. Deconstruct. We've got to actually tile the balm lily. It's going to be irritating. We can tile this one. Then you can dig this. We can deconstruct these tiles and then do this one. Did you actually build these ones? You did build these ones. So there's a little bit of extra water over here. Let's actually just build another tile over here because you can get in this way. And then that means what we can actually do is we can get in here. And there's still slime on that one. That's irritating. It's very irritating. Well, how about we dig these tiles out? Because I think we could reach those. And then maybe... Oh, and then we need to sweep this up. Because that's going to help the radiation penetration as well. Yeah, go ahead and do that. And then we can actually get in here. We can take all the rock and the phosphorite and the coal out of here. Maybe save the Drecos? Probably not. It's getting quite warm in here. Let's actually do the blind. And don't ask why I'm wearing an Adidas shirt. The answer is I don't know. Plant is in here. The buddy bud. Oh, it's too cold. I'll breed that. Did we import the Joya seeds? I'm pretty sure we imported the Joya seeds. They'll be somewhere random though. Yeah, they're here. We'll just put a Joya here. Yeah, we have plenty of power banks now, so we should be running this fairly often. Pipe blocked? What you talking about, Willis? Perhaps I filled this up with slightly too much liquid. I could make this a bit longer. Maybe? Does that work? Maybe just move a little block of polluted water in here and that helps? Something going on with bridges. How is this looking? We've still got the 1 kilogram of polluted oxygen here. And most of this water is now actually boiled. I'm thinking we may be in the clear. But I would have to wait until this drifts over here and then do a tile. Let's do it. Let's watch the boiling pot again. No, I'm bored. Right, what are we gonna do? Gas grass. We printed a lot of gas grass seeds. For no reason at all! No gunk? Let's get the gunk out here. We don't need gunk in here. Oh, are you actually grabbing the polluted water when you do that? You're grabbing a fair bit. Don't mind me just dumping a ton of hot polluted water over here. Let's see. You're done. Right. Don't remove this. We could put another one here, I think. It looks like they're kind of almost finished with this. Let's keep going. And then I want to remove these 2 tiles as well, just so we can tile up here. Will we actually just build all the Pacu stuff today? Because we probably do need to move the Pacu, and we do need to feed the tree at some point, and it gives us a thumbnail thing to do. Is that going to take ages? Probably not, right? It's going to look slightly weird, though, compared to the normal design. Drama queen. Nobody likes a drama queen. And then we just need a tile under here, and then we can actually get this done. So, remove this. Remove that. You can get in here. We need to wait until that deslimes. I could remove that one. There's a few of these I can actually just remove. Like these ones. This one. Weaswall. Treat that polluted water there. And then once you've done that tile, you can just do this. You can deconstruct this. Dig this tile. And then it should be very straightforward getting in here. Right, so then you need to deconstruct this. Tile this, and then we can just tile these two and be done with it. Probably another bit over here we should do, right? How's this looking? Yeah, we're getting there. I don't think we're going to reach all of them. We can tile over here, and then we can at least reach all of this. You know, maybe I should have done something with shine bugs over here. No, probably not, because the frames would not be very helpful to us. Yeah, I think that's a pretty good reason not to do anything with that. Right, let's put doors here so we can restrict access if needed. Right, and then let's set this to gear bar, because we don't have we don't have regular water. I think okay, you know what? Let's actually just make the rad pills. You guys are getting quite irradiated. I think we should just leave it. And then just do that, and then we can just dig all of this, right? You can remove this now. Yeah, that's finished. We can do these two as well. And then I think what I'll do is I'll just dig this slime out, and then we'll just drain all the polluted water, because I don't think we need any more in this loop. Yeah, there's too much... There is too much water in this loop. Slightly. What do I do about that? Just add an extra loop of pipe. Sure, why not? $29 that, yeah, do that. We're not really cooling down this water very much, that's good. Let's remove this vent. No. I'm just gonna lower the vent. I think we still want it there, but I just want to move it so that we can actually tile this up, and then we can delete these two tiles. And I'm just gonna ladder here as well. And then we can access all of that. What's this conveyor chute doing? I should probably just go here. It's fine. Remove all of this. Okay. $29 that. put the Joya seed in here. Good to see the dupes aren't getting stressed. More refined metal has come in, so I can get you to do more of this. Let's stop making everything priority 9. Yeah, we know we're going to want all of this. Am I boiling the Isosap in the steam room for resin? Yes, that's the plan. We are going to run the Thermo Aquatuner a lot to cool down other things in the base. Probably Gulp Fish. And then that's going to generate the heat to boil the Isosap. And then... So we're going to use that to cool down the Gulp Fish. And then we're going to add more heat in from the magma biome. And then we're going to gradually cool this. A with the Thermo Aquatuner and B with just breeding Gulp Fish. The only thing is, so if we're breeding Gulp Fish for the cooling, then we're getting less food than if we bred them for the omelets. Because each Gulp Fish cooked as cooked seafood is only 1,600 calories, but the equivalent omelets are 5,600 calories. So what we'll do is we'll set up a system where we can get the fish primarily to start with for the cooling. And in case you're wondering what I'm talking about using Gulp Fish for cooling, I made a YouTube video about it. Each fish comes out cold. Very cold. And they're 200 kilograms each, and they breed very quickly. So it's enough cooling that you can actually run your base on there. And you can get way more cooling if you have water for them to actively filter. I could get them to filter all of this water, but it's not renewable water, so I don't think we're going to bother. But what we'll do is we'll just use them to get everything going initially, and then once we've actually got all the cooling we want, we'll convert them all to omelets and get more Isosap. And the other thing we could do is we could just take the tungsten from these hot and then bring them up here to get cooled. If we want to inject more heat into this room specifically, which I think we might. It's kind of ridiculous, is because there's so much mass. Yeah, they're 200 kilograms each. The sap is sensitive to temperatures or not? Yes. So the sap boils into Isosap at 125 degrees C. A quarter of the mass is Isosap. If this gets above 200 degrees, then it's going to turn into liquid naphtha, which you don't want. But this room isn't going to get above 200 degrees because there isn't actually enough heat. The steam turbines are going to be working to keep it cool. I need to tweak all of the settings in here as well. But long story short, I think I will just send all of the hot tungsten from these volcanoes into here, and then that should always make sure there's enough heat to boil the sap. I think. Maybe we'll do a little bit of cooling on the way out. I need to do some... I don't think 2 steam turbines can handle all 3 volcanoes when they're geotuned. I think maybe we just put 1 steam turbine on each of these, and then we leave a bit of heat in the tungsten and send it out. That could be what we do. Right, I'm going to turn this into a tile as well. We remove these tiles. We got a dense puffed egg? I don't think that matters. We have dense puffs on the other asteroid. Let's make more fighter oil. I did bring some uranium ore over as well. That should be enough for what we need, so let's stop importing it. So, where is that? Uranium ore. Yeah, turn that off. Ultimately, what we want to do is we want to have this be liquid uranium. And we could put gunk down here for conductivity. That's probably fine. But this needs to be uranium. So we'll make that 100 kilograms per tile of liquid uranium. And then we'll just pour a lot of gunk in here as well. We'll just bottle empty it out, I think, and just dunk it on this tile. That makes sense to me. Here you go, have some drywall. What else am I going to do? I'll drywall this. My usual drywall logic is not applying to this asteroid. We're just going ham. The dupes deserve it, frankly. But I am actually going to go to Lou. So, we're going to let them crack on with it and be right back. Again, sorry. Alrighty, I'm back. Hold on. My headphone volume is too loud. Well, it was. Now all the sound's gone. Oh, right. Oh, right, it's literally just because it's the night rolling over. Great, okay, good. Well, that succeeded in keeping everyone busy. Good. You still got to do this. You've actually got to dig this out, so I think I've just got a ladder up here just so we can get in this little corner. Let's start doing the Paku stuff. We can figure out what to do with this. I'll just load up the video, and then I'll link it to you. And we'll get this done... Yeah, we'll get this done pretty quickly. Because I think it's just going to be the standard build, and then we're going to run the coolant pipe through it. So... in terms of water filtration, does it actually matter? I don't think it really does. I think we will just do the Gulp Fish video. Yeah. And then we can fit some surfboards in. Oh, God. Get out of here. Right, here's the link. We're gonna do this, but what we're gonna do is we're gonna mirror it? Am I gonna mirror it? Probably not, actually, because we have the access on the left. Let's just do that. Does material run through the crusher retainer heat it started with? Ooh. That's a good question. I know in the metal refinery it doesn't. The temperature resets when the metal refinery output comes out. But let me check once this loads up. We've got a rock crusher over here, haven't we? What does the game say? So... oh god. It doesn't say per recipe, does it? That would make it a bit too easy, wouldn't it? You know, I honestly have no idea. Sorry. I know it's not a very satisfying answer. I've not thought that much about the mechanics of rock crusher heat deletion. But I probably should, considering how much we actually use them. Right. The other thing is, if we keep the Gulp Fish cool, we can keep the tree cool, and then we can store a load of food at the tree. Maybe. So what we could do is we could insulate the tree. Although, what temperature does sap freeze at? Sap freezes at 20 degrees. So we don't want the sap to be cold. Maybe we don't worry about that. Maybe we just store the food with the Gulp Fish, and then we conveyor it over at a specified rate. I quite like doing that. So the tank's going to go down here. That means the actual access shaft. I thought things like that would come out at the same temperature as they come in. I don't know, is the answer. To be honest, I could probably do with someone testing it. So this is going to be the wall. This is actually going to be insulated, so I probably want to make this insulated. Yeah, let's go ahead and make this all insulated. How long is this going to be? Yeah. It's okay, I didn't expect anyone to know. Yeah, I should know, but I didn't. What we could do is we could actually put the... We can put the tepidizer down here for the egg production. For the omelette production later. The tree eats a particular rate of mass at a time. Yes. That's on the wiki. That's on the wiki. I'm sure it says on the wiki. So the tepidizer is going to go here. And then we're going to have some tiles going up here. Actually, you know what? Oh. Yeah, this fish tank isn't going to be quite the normal size, but I don't think it's going to cause any issues. So, this is going to go here. And then the actual storage bit is going to go a bit further over. I think I want this to be insulated. But we could do that after the fact. So let's actually remove this, and then we could temporarily tile this while we replace this with insulated tiles. I was actually wondering if it'd be easier to make glass if I use volcano igneous rock and put it back into the volcano. Maybe, but like, the problem with glass is you never actually need to make a large enough amount of it that you really need to think about optimizing it. And I wish that wasn't the case. I wish there was something in the game that consumed vast amounts of glass, maybe a critter of some kind, that would actually incentivize you to make a sand boiler, because that's an interesting process that I think has been entirely missed in the game for no real reason. You've actually trapped yourself now. Great. Have you? No, you're just pretending. Okay. Can we get this priority 9 so that we can actually get in here and do this? So this is going to be the fish tank. So let's see. This is going to be... Now, I put conductive tiles here because we were heating this up with a metal refinery. I don't think that's the plan here. Let's just make it regular tiles for now. So we've got a regular tile here. We're going to have a regular tile here. This is going to be where we drop the fish. Or this is going to be where the excess fish drops. So that could be insulated. That could go there. Then got the conveyor loader coming up here. And then this could be where we put the auto sweeper if I care about that. Do I care about that? Am I just going to put it on this ladder? I probably just could put it on this ladder. But I don't want to remove that just yet. I think I need to tell you to just dig this up. Oh, you were totally going to do that, weren't you, Thing One? You lied! How rude. What's overheating? Oh god, why is it so hot? Look. I'm just going to turn you off. Okay? We'll return later. You are running when you shouldn't be. Great. Okay, well, I think maybe you're going to calm down a little. Yeah, the auto sweeper's overheating now as well. That's not good. Why have you been running so much? It's because whenever it's been powering on, it's been reactivating for a second. Wow, that's stupid. Right. Plant has been removed. That means I can insulate this. I'm just going to start by laying out the tiles. So this one here needs to be the weight plate. This is where all the fish eggs are going to go. This is going to be made out of cobalt. The fish feeder is going to go here. This is how we actually get the fish to breathe. Liquid temporizer is the single highest thermal output thing in the game by a very large margin. The next highest is the hot steam vent. I mean, what about the research reactor? Where does that fit in? It's producing 400 degrees C water. Not even steam, just water. How'd I get it to run outside of water? I didn't. The issue is, it's been depowering on and off. And when it powers up very quickly, it runs and then it turns off. It takes a second to realize it's not supposed to be running. So if you power it on and off frequently, perhaps with an automation switch, with a wattage sensor or something, you can get it to run instantly. It's a well-known bug. Not one that we're using intentionally in this case. The dev's solution to fixing the bug was to break the machine if it detected that it was reloaded into a save where those conditions were happening. Not to actually fix the bug. I think they would need to recode how it works. They would need to code it so it had to detect the temperature at a specific threshold. before it ran. And, like, have it be, like, the reverse buffer. Have it be the reverse to what it currently is. And then it will work, as intended. Right, so what else is this going to look like? So this is 4 tiles high. So I want to remove this and make this insulated. So I think I'm going to tile this and then push it out. And then that's going to be... This is going to be the tile... This is going to be the tile where the excess guys go. So this is going to be insulated. And then we're going to have surfboards. Yeah, you now need to actually get in here and do this. I think you have failed your task. Which means I need to deconstruct these, probably. Laser coding. Yeah. It's a bit of a laser coding situation. Okay, airlocks. I don't mind what these are made out of. We can make these out of iron now, actually. We want tiles up here. These can be conductive. They don't need to be overly conductive. So that is going to be the whole fish handling. Oh no, that's going to go over there. Then there is a liquid pump, which we can access. We're not filtering polluted water in this case. We could get them to filter polluted water quite easily. Wait, you can't get down there? Oh, that's a big oversight on my part. Yes, I didn't think about a research reactor. I don't normally run spaced out. I don't like the rocket part of the game. Waiting for the rockets to go anywhere is tedious. Yeah, I guess. I mean, I suppose you often don't use the research reactor enough to justify it if you don't like the space travel. We should definitely use the nuclear reactor more in different runs. Right, I actually put another fish feeder over here. Do I want to do that? I think I will do that. And then the point was we were going to have a liquid pump in this little recess here. And then that way, if we could... Yeah, exactly. It's not in the base game. Right, so mesh tiles here. So we could fit 3... No, we could fit 2 surfboards in this one. That's fine. 2 surfboards is enough. We've got 2 dupes at the end of the day. So... This can go... Why would I make a steel surfboard? Game? Blame. So that water can literally just pump out of here, so... That liquid pump is going to go there. That pipe is just going to go here. We don't have to recirculate anything. Shine bugs are awesome in the base game because they aren't lethal in quality. I love using them as decor. That's true! Shine bug breeding is a lot different in Spaced Out. There isn't really much purpose in going up the chain. Now, you know what would be interesting? If in Spaced Out, the higher variety ones had higher levels of radiation per critter. And that way you could build a more efficient shine bug if you fed them differently. A more efficient shine bug reactor. But then, what you would do as well is you would make it so that the abyss bugs don't give any radiation. So then they give the decor without the radiation, and you still have the option if you go high enough in the chain. I think that's what I'd do. Right, you need to build these tiles now then. You can get out of here, don't worry. I still need you to actually get in here. Oh, you can't enter this room at all now, can you? I think I set it so that we were going to access the room via this top bit. Does that actually matter? It probably does, because we're going to be thermally isolating it. Okay, you know what? We will actually... Okay, yeah. We will actually put the auto-sweeper here. We will put this here. And then we can make this like a little liquid lock. Just with some naphtha. Or some gunk, actually. Gunk will do. I think. And then we can remove this, put the auto-sweeper there. That tile could go there. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, you guys are actually making rad pills again. That's good. And then what we can do is we can put some more ladders in, and then you can actually get in this room. So we need a ladder. Well, yeah, I think this actually does need to be a ladder. And this can be a ladder, and then we've got a few different fish elements here. So we've got the chute. We can put another ladder here. That's how we get in, by this way. This can actually just be a liquid lock as well. We can fill in the tiles from this end. And then, let's see. So that's a ladder. That doesn't need to be a ladder, does it? I could just remove that. Because we're going to seal it up here anyways. Door. And then you've got a reasonably sized room you can do stuff in. How big is this? 12 wide, that seems good. Yeah, auto sweeper here, auto sweeper here. And then we got a chute. We got a loader. We've got the doors. We need to put the mechanized airlocks in. So one here. Move that one. Yep. I think I can remove this all in the right order. These tiles can get removed as well, because this is all actually going to be part of the water pool. It's bothering me that they haven't done this yet. Please do this. And then I guess priority 9 the ladders and these bits, just so you can get in. The rest can wait. And then what else do we want? So we want the tepidizer. That can be made out of gold amalgam. The overheat temperature of the building is 125 degrees anyway, so gold amalgam should be fine. And then we need a few different things in here, but we can't quite finish them because we need to do this tile first. So let's priority 9 that. We need 2 loaders. These should be steel. Wait, could cobalt work? No. Tungsten? No, that's not tungsten, that's aluminium. Let's just make them out of steel. We brought 15 tons of steel. Let's actually use it. I think we will save some of the Paku for omelets regardless of Gulp Fish cooling, because I want a decent amount of sap if we're actually going to bother doing this. We'll put a conveyor shutoff in. That could go this way. That could be made out of cobalt. Conveyor shutoffs don't overheat. And then the auto sweeper that actually accesses the tepidizer room is over here. Yeah. We still need to build this tile. Okay, so you should be getting in here now, right? Please. Thank you. You can actually go ahead and do this. Yeah, I think we'll get this done today. So we need a conveyor loader up here as well. Well, this is just a good space to shove it. Because then that can be accessed by this. Importantly, this sweeper can access this loader and this loader, but not this weight plate. And this sweeper can access this weight plate, but not any... And this loader, but not this one. That's what we're aiming to do. And in terms of feeding the Paku, we have plenty of algae. We have 24 tons of algae, so we're just going to feed them with that to start with. I'm going to put a conveyor loader in here just to manually feed them algae. I think. We have room for a conveyor receptacle up here as well. I think we can make this tile like that. And I'll put another auto super here just so we can access the fish feeder. Oh, did I want to put a... Does the fish feeder prevent this from being a rec room? I don't think it does. In any case, we're putting aeropods in here, I think. No, I don't think we're going to put aeropods in there. Oh, you know what? I think I am going to put a door here. Yeah, I think that's what... Yeah, that's what I was supposed to do. Cancel this. Put a tile here. And then the pipe can go like this and like this. Cancel these. Oh, but then the issue is we can't have this tile be full of water. Because that won't... That will, You know what? This is probably fine. I'm overthinking it. This should work. You just have it drip this way and have it flow over here slightly. That's not going to be the end of the world. We'll want to fill this with water anyways. That's going to be where the extra products go. Damn it. Why do I always do that? It's lag, isn't it? That's the answer. Right. And then this... Then we can put the aeropot here. Okay, that works. Here it is. Make sure we're building out a diamond. Okay, now we just need to remove these tiles. We can get in here and do all of this. So make this priority 9. And then I can remove these tiles, and then we can fill this with water. I don't have any ice, do I? Why would I even think we have ice? Of course we don't have ice. Well, then I'll just put a bottle empty here. I think the fish are just going to hang out and gunk in these bits, you know? In which case, maybe we just bottle empty the gunk. I think that's what we do. So, you must be full of gunk. You are full of gunk. You're also full of water. That's kind of weird. I guess you were originally full of water. Okay, relocate here. We need to fill this with quite a bit more gunk. We need non-flopping status on each tile, so at least 400 kilograms.
Thanks for the raid.
Hello, Carrie, actually. How are you? How have you been on Oasis? Have things been heating up or cooling down? Let me give you a shout out. Always nice bumping into you. What are we doing? We've been tidying up this asteroid. This asteroid is getting pretty organized now. So we're going to have more geotuners in here. We've imported a load of refined metal. Not quite enough refined metal to finish everything. But we're going to geotune all of our tungsten volcanoes. That's very, very much the plan. We're going to feed this in 50-50-ish, I think. Like this. Yeah. And what else did I want to do? Power-wise. Yeah, we've got 3 tungsten volcanoes on this asteroid. And we're going to geotune them all. And we're going to use it to make a load of thermium. The only issue is 2 of them are in the magma. And we need to cool this down a lot. We also need to feed the tree. We're going to feed the tree Gulp Fish. We're going to cool down the Gulp Fish in their pool. We're going to pump a load of polluted water up from here. We're going to put it in this tank. The Gulp Fish will filter out into nice clean water as a once-off. And then we're going to get a little bit of active cooling just from Gulp Fish dunking in here. And then we can also feed them to this, and then we're going to use the Thermo Aquatuner to suck all the heat out of the magma biome. And this is going to be our little entrance. We're actually ready to come and do this now, so we can dig this slime, and then actually get in here, pump out all the gas, make this a vacuum room, and then we'll access the magma biome that way, and just clear it out. And then we can grab all of that. I'm still kind of waiting for this to erupt. Now, the good thing is we boiled all the polluted water down here, so we now have a very large amount of steam. There is one little blob that I still need to get rid of. I need to remove these bits. Actually, I don't think I do need to remove these bits. I just need to put that tile in. Oh, whatever. I'll remove that anyways. I'll put that tile in, and then we can let the polluted oxygen sink, rise up here. This is still boiling. I need to put some gunk in here. We actually do have some gunk in here. Let's empty it. We got liquid. We got some uranium heavy watt wire in here, so that's gonna melt, and then we can put some gunk up the top, and then it's gonna form a nice liquid layer. Not that the tungsten volcano produces a lot of heat, anyways, but I just like to do it on all my volcanoes, to be honest. Just ensures that the metal condenses very quickly. But yeah, we're gonna get the Gulp Fish thing set up. I don't know if it's gonna be finished today. A lot of things realistically aren't gonna get finished today. I don't quite have time. Unfortunately, I'm not working from home tomorrow. If I was working from home tomorrow, I might actually have more time. But we'll see. This erupts in 13.3 cycles. Yeah, I'm kind of just waiting for the dupes to get in here. We've got 4 bionic dupes. They're all doing a few different things. I'll admit, I've been running this Thermo Aquatuner off of imported power banks at the moment, which isn't ideal. But eventually we'll get it running off of the magma. I just want to get the vacuum set up first. No, I've got to go in tomorrow because we're all doing an office social, and then I'm going to Scotland for 2 days, so I should probably come in and be sociable. Also, I have a lot of work to do, and I do occasionally work at the office, so that's nice. Yeah, please get rid of this last ton of hydrogen. I'm just desperately trying to excavate the whole asteroid at this point. I've stopped caring about preserving this. There's nothing actually on this asteroid that I want to preserve. It's all just garbage. You can dig that out now. Basically, I want to set this up so we can get the tungsten out of this asteroid and then never come back. And that's probably going to take about a week. I'm hoping to actually fit in enough time to stream to get this all done. And I think we will. Because I think we'll get this set up today. We'll get it going with the Tungsten Volcano tomorrow. And we'll probably get our entrance into the magma going tomorrow. And then, because it'll be a vacuum, I think we can just condense the magma, dig it all out, because the bionic dupes are in suits anyways. If there's a vacuum, they'll be fine. Looks like the polluted water is starting to go crazy. And then it's just a case of building some smaller metal volcano tailments over these. And we will be using 1 steam turbine. And I think we'll just send like a... I think what we'll actually do is we'll send an insulated tile through line going through the biome. And then we'll just send all the extra tungsten through that, and we'll bleed out most of the heat in this room while we're boiling the sap. Rather than deleting it all down here. But that's going to take a little while. And we're doing it on speed 1 at the moment. Fast track has helped. The performance has been better today. I got the mod working again. It hasn't broken. I'm quite relieved because I just like it when fast track doesn't work. This is the longest run we've ever done. It's so funny. If you're still here, Carrie, actually, it's so funny the difference in speed at which we play. Because this is my 41st stream of this run. We're 134 hours in. Mostly speed 1. And I know that you've gone over like 800 cycles now in your Oasis. And you've been doing like... How long have you been doing that Oasis run? I feel like you've been doing it for a couple of weeks. And we've been doing this for like several months. You run less dupes than me. Yes. That's the way, isn't it? It's the two camps. Like, you either run less dupes, faster, or more dupes, slower. What are all the other dupes doing at the moment? All the other dupes are on this asteroid. They are grabbing all the debris. We have dumped all the debris on the map. We are slowly dumping all of the debris on this classic asteroid into one tile, while still making all of our industrial products. So this tile is going to have everything in it eventually. And we've, we've isolated the negative decor from the debris. That's the plan. And we'll see how that goes. But yeah, that's what they're doing at the moment. But they've done everything else they need to do here. But obviously, eventually, all of the dupes will be very handy for actually ranching all of the hundreds of critters we're going to have throughout this entire asteroid. And then all the sour gas boilers. But that seems very ambitious with our current computer. So we're going to think about that. Look, we've got 5 Thermo Aquatuners down here running in series. They are actually cooling down all of this, all these ethanol turbines now. Look. Look. There's all the ethanol liquid. There's a little bit of gas. We're actually getting the ethanol heat deletion going now on all these turbines. I mean, there's actually a couple of zones where you're not even seeing the ethanol, but I think it's mostly actually working as intended now. All the other gases got deleted from here. So yeah, I'm very happy about that. How are the Stixers doing? I keep not checking on them. Let's see. We got 7 out of 8 molten Stixers. We got 8 out of 8 regular Stixers. That's good. We have lots of guys and girls over here. I thought I was going to keep the liquids separate. This has not worked. I don't really care. We have a large amount of petroleum now. That's good. Not that we're going to use it for anything other than boiling into sour gas. That's the funny thing. It doesn't even matter that all the crude oil and petroleum is ending up in the same tank, because we're just going to boil all of it anyways. I just like having both varieties. Like you're happy. What's your temperature range again? You're happy up to 140. So actually, you know what? Let's set this to 120. This is probably a little hot at the moment. We're just bleeding in more heat from the magma biome. God, this has been running for absolutely ages. What temperature is it down here now? It's now actually officially below steel temperature on the bottom of the entire asteroid. That's good. That means I can actually build some stuff in here. Why have I got most of the turbine outputs covered up? Because this steam is really hot. Like, really, really hot. We only need to actually input about 800 grams per second of steam into these turbines to get max power. So we're using that to generate as much power without wasting all of the heat. Not that it's working perfectly, because we've ended up with some polluted oxygen in some of these ports because of the because we're dumping a load of polluted water down here from geysers. And that is occasionally off-gassing. So I'm not bothering with micromanaging that. It's doing well enough. It's generating enough power. It's deleting enough heat. This is not going to be the constraint of the run, whatever's going on in this room. So that's fine. Yeah, we're really just trying to get more refined metal. I mean, if we look at this, actually, let's have a look at this now. So how much refined metal do we have over here now? We have about 40 tons of iron, about 20 tons of tungsten. Oh, that's right. We've been running the metal refinery on tungsten this whole time. Are we actually going to run out of wolframite? Maybe. I do want all of this tungsten. We're eventually going to use it for things. And at the moment, that's how we're feeding our pinch of peppers. This is all going to change, but that's not going to happen until we've got the tungsten from over here. Right, are you not actually going to run now? What are you setting? Is this because the battery is full? It is because the battery is full. I think I actually need to turn you off. I think I just want you to run anyways. Normally I have this set so that the battery tells it to run or not. But we want to generate the heat in here regardless, so I think we just let it run. What are you guys up to? Are you still just building all of this? You are. Okay, thank God. They've actually built all of this at last. Okay, yeah, remove all of this. And then we can get this room set up. Okay, let's continue to think about this. So, we want a liquid pump in here. This is what's going to connect to the surfboards. We want to feed these with algae. So we want to feed them 1 kilogram at a time to tame the fish. We want some ladders in here so we can actually get down through this part of the tank and build everything else. And then we can fit... Is that another ladder down there? Must be. The fish should look like that doesn't. Oh right, this is the liquid then. We're filling up the tank. Okay, that's fine. We can do that. I think we fill this up with polluted water anyways, and then we end up with a nice big layer of regular water on top, just to illustrate what's going on. We're going to be feeding the Gulp Fish polluted water to start with, so we might as well. Conveyor loader here. Waterfalls. We don't need a lot of waterfalls. Maybe just 2 this time. Because we don't have quite as much space as we did before. We probably have room for a 3rd one. I like being stylish. Nothing wrong with being stylish. This conveyor loader could go here. And then we want to put a few more auto sweepers down. So... Wait. Oh, right, tiles. Okay, these tiles don't need to be here. True. So this auto sweeper is actually in the wrong spot. I can put this over here now. I can remove this. Then that can get removed. These tiles can get removed. And again, we did a video to explain all of this. The video is... No, that's not the video. That's the insurance-related thing I was talking about earlier. Hello, Julie Pixels. Hope you're doing well. What are you up to these days? We are building a tank where we're going to have Gulp Fish. They're going to filter out some of this polluted water so we have clean water for surfboards. But the main thing they're going to do is delete heat and provide food for the tree. That's the main thing they're going to do, is provide food for the tree. And kind of justify a lot of what we're doing here. There's a few other things we need to do. I'm trying to just get everything built for the fish tank room first. Maybe we'll actually hook everything up next time. We need to at least start with this. Right, we need to get more gunk bottles as well. We need to fill these up with gunk. And it has to actually be a fairly large amount of gunk. We want to put a critter sensor in this tile too. The awkward thing about this is we actually have to get up here to build the critter sensor. Because the auto sweeper for this part of the tank is going here. So we can actually reach everything. You know what? Actually, maybe we'll be alright. Maybe we can lower it. Yeah, I think we can lower it. Let's do that. I think we still have to get up there so we can access some things, but I actually think we could access a lot of this just by building ladders. You know what, let's just do that. Let's just build the build as it is, and then just use ladders to access everything. This is fine. It's not like we're putting a huge amount else in these rooms, is it? We want a hydro sensor here. I think we also actually want a gas, liquid element sensor, because we don't want to pump unless there's actually water in this tile. I think. Because if it's polluted water, then we're just going to get a load of polluted water. You know, quick maths. So what we could do slightly differently here than usual is we could put an AND gate here. Yeah, this will work. But yeah, I like this because having the pump here means we can definitely make sure we get clean water out, even if we're putting polluted water in. We can make sure the Gulp Fish is still filtering the polluted water. And we can make sure that... it's all good. And we can get in there. Because that is the only thing that that's probably the thing that I thought the least about with optimizing this build, was actually getting in here and building everything, but I think it should be fine. So that can all go in there. I think we technically build a thermo sensor up here normally as well, but I don't think that's going to be strictly needed. Because we're not actually running a metal refinery through this time. Let's put a Joya seed in here as well. This tile is actually going to be normal liquids, right? Yeah. And then I don't think this actually needs to be insulated specifically, but this is where we're going to put the water for the tepidizers, so I should probably actually do it like this. And then the sensor goes here. We're definitely going to have to finish this tomorrow, but we can at least get it looking correct today. At the end of the day, you can only build stuff so fast with 4 dupes in speed 1. And I think I'm doing a pretty good job. Right, I think we can remove this. I think we can uproot this one and dig this slime out now. I'm still grabbing all the slime because we're frankly using it for phyto oil. But this has to be decontaminated now, right? Yeah, it is. So let's actually dig this up, remove this, and then we can dig this up and let all the polluted water out of here. I'm actually going to want to set up a pump here, specifically. Well, maybe here. Yeah. We'll put it here, and then we can actually hook that up. So that can go... probably just here. And then, I guess, make the rest of it with whatever random metals we have. That's hilarious. I'll do. And that's definitely the bottom where all the polluted water is going to be. And then the rest of this... we can't get over this little hump. So this polluted water is going to stay trapped here. That's fine. I should probably actually clear this up at some point. Yeah, clean that up so we stop launching rad bolts at this random tile. I probably should actually mine this out at some point. But I don't really care. In any case, it looks like the regolith stuff is working now. It looks like we haven't had any issues this time with stuff cooking. Because these bunker doors are actually being actively cooled and they're closed. Wait, are they? Well, in any case, it's not broken. All the regolith is dropping in here. Then we have a load of ethanol that's boiling. The ethanol in the liquid lock is boiling. That's not good. The Rex egg is still here, looking very stupid. I like it. Oh, shit. You've been here a while, haven't you? We found the radioactive asteroid field. I'm sure that's going to help you feel a lot better. Hey, you're actually doing alright. You've definitely been in space too long, but I guess you're hiding from the radiation, so you're mostly okay. That's good. Radioactive asteroid fields. This is where we find rust, sulfur, uranium ore, bleach stone. Interesting. Not quite the temporal tear place. I guess we'll have to go here next. Yeah, you're pretty irradiated. What is going on here? Oh, right, we let all the fluid water out. That's fine. Whoops. You need a ladder up here, I guess. And then I could remove a fair few of these tiles. Probably all of these. Then remove the liquid pump. All the polluted oxygen has ended up over here now, so now I can just tile this up. And that should be absolutely fine. This is going to take a while to boil. It is not going to conduct the heat very quickly into this polluted water. I realize that. Are these actually going to run? I've set these to not activate unless the steam gets above a certain temperature, so... I think we only want these to run if it's above 140. So let's do that for now. You are running through here now, that's good. I could probably feed in this extra segment. That's fine. Overheating. Gas pump. Yeah. I think we deconstruct this. I don't think we need this anymore. Should be fine. We're never going to dump any more polluted water in here in any case. So let's actually disconnect this. Ah, look at them, the waterfalls. They look a bit weird when there's no water. Right, the only other thing is, obviously, the long-term intent is we only dump polluted water at this level. But we are going to have to actually dump polluted water at this level to get it in the room. So let's start with this. And I think what we will actually do is, instead of going that way... we do this? Yeah, we can do that. This pipe... Why on earth does it lag when I select the liquid bridge? Spaghetti time. We just need to pump the polluted water in here. So that is just going to run this way. I don't even want to know what you were building that pipe out of. You guys love building pipes. And I need one more gonk. I need one more gonk for this liquid pool. Ah, cock. Okay. That one could go in this liquid pool. Yeah, I'm sure the fish are really going to love swimming around in gunk, but we want to dispose of it, and this seems like a pretty reasonable way of doing so. So, we've got another thing. So this auto sweeper needs to go here. And then, between this auto sweeper and this auto sweeper, we still need one more. It needs to go here. Yeah, that's probably going to be Sonia now, right? Yeah. Good job, Sonia. You've done well. I think you've got your artifact. In 11 seconds. That's good timing. I've definitely mistreated Sonia. I don't actually have enough fuel to go back to this asteroid. Pick it up, so you're gonna have to just get out of there. Right, here you go. No, change. Yeah. There you go, have fun. You'll be right, you'll be fine. Okay, so both of these sweepers are going to go to this loader. I don't think we need this loader. This sweeper is literally just going to work this room. The issue is, I think I actually need to separate this off. I don't actually want this, I should have just shoved it in this room. We could still just do that. I want to see how much space we actually have in this tank for fish before we decide to do that. Sonia looks a little green. That's why she's called the Green Goblin. It's not the rocket's name. It's her name. I think most of this is ready. So, this wire... Oh, we don't have enough refined metal. Okay. How irritating. In that case, should we actually do this for a little bit? We need to get in here. We actually need to grab all the stuff in here. And we need to pump this out and make it a vacuum. So we might as well just start emptying it. We could speed to it a little bit, maybe. I don't know. It just gets too choppy. I know that we could actually... we could probably run it and it would be fine. But it looks too choppy. I'd rather just go a little bit slower on speed 1. Yeah, grab all of that. We can sweep up all these liquids too. You are eventually going to get to boiling. There's a lot of heat capacity in here. There's a reasonable amount of steam. I actually want a gunk bottle to go in here as well. But I want the uranium to melt before we do that, so let's just... think about that another time. Empty this. Yeah, we don't have enough refined metal to do this pipe yet. That's fine. Maybe we just do a zoom out shot today. I think we just do a zoom out shot today and we wrap it up soon. We're not actually, unfortunately, going to get anything finished today. But the asteroid does look neat, and we are getting in here and deleting most of the stuff. In fact, you know what? Let's actually just hardcore go for this. So, let's see. This is the bottom layer at the moment. I think we just do this. Just get in there, do all of this. Make it all out of rock. Then we can get in here, delete all of this. Get in here, delete that too. Get rid of that plant. There's a little bit of polluted water seeping into here, but we can sweep that up pretty quickly. I think I'm just going to priority 9 this, and we're going to speed it up. And we'll get this stuff sorted out another day. Door is overheating. Yes, I know the door is overheating. Yeah, our liquid lock, our ethanol liquid lock is working perfectly, as you can see. Absolutely no issues with this. This is how we're cooling the regolith. Yeah, would you believe we are using ethanol heat deletion to cool the regolith from space? How convincing. The 33 micrograms of ethanol is doing a lot of work here. Oh, God. Come on. I love how all the ethanol is ending up down here as well. We did actually get rid of the shove bowls, didn't we? Like, all of the shove bowls. I can actually get you to dig this up now. And then we can start actually cleaning up the debris from space as well. I'm not sure if that's really needed. But we will eventually want to do it. I do eventually want to get to the point where all the debris on the map is on this one tile. And they've been moving it. There is a lot of debris down here. Like, a lot. There are several... There are, like, dozens of tons per tile of debris. This is a big asteroid. So I'm pretty happy with how they've actually been handling it. Yeah, we'll just get in here, we'll finish digging all of this out, and then we'll just do a zoom out shot. That'll do. Where is everyone else? I mean, I guess I do need you to build everything else as well, but like... Whatever. You could do this as well. I guess a fair bit of this slime is still somewhat useful, isn't it? Remove this. Yes, the issue with having a polluted water block is we are going to have gases in here. We probably need to actually make a gunk clock for this, but... Frankly, we've bottled up a lot of gunk, but I think we're going to run fairly low. There is not sufficient gunk in the trunk. You hate to see it. Could be worse. Please tell me you're not running. Good. We really don't want to mess with any of this abyssalite. That is not heat leaking, that's good. Circuit overloaded? Where? Oh, what? What you talking about, Willis? Oh, because you're connected to the plug slugs now. Well... I'm going to ignore you. Deal with that another day. In fact, you actually need to build a ladder here to get to that bit. Specifically. Very tempting just to put some Drecos down here. With the balm lilies. That's not really what we're going for. We need to clear the friggin' magma. We don't need Drecos here. At all. I mean, I guess they would make phosphorite. But, like, we're going to have Drecos on the other planet. We're going to import the refined phosphorus. That was always the plan. We're not going to put a phosphorus refiner here. Maybe we have room for a phosphorus refiner. I just don't think it's a very good plan. The phosphorus is so efficient for geotuning, we might as well just import it. Oh, wow. Is this actually boiling now? It looks like it is. That's good. Show me the money. Show me the boiling. What temperature do you actually boil at? Yeah, you boil at 122.4. The mass! The mass is decreasing. You're running out of power. You have power banks, though. I guess we need people to load them. Oh, this looks so much better. I'm happy about this. I probably want to shove the transformers somewhere. The transformers could just go here. All the heavy wire could go here. We could hook it up through here somehow. I'm not sure we're even going to need that much heavy wire. But that's definitely the most convenient spot for it. We could probably shove something up here as well. Let's actually just appraise the space quickly while we're here. So we've got... Let's see. We've got 80 tiles minus 3. So 77 plus 2 is 79. There's water in these tiles as well. Probably not. We need one more tile. We have one more tile in here. We gotta have one more Paku. Because they require 8 tiles each. That was kind of exactly what I wasn't hoping would happen. Am I ready after powering the lava? Surely the most important thing is just cooling it down. Yeah, it is. Well, I'm just saying this is a good area to fit my transformers on the heavy watt wire in an organized manner. Because I don't think we'll even need to use the whole height of this bit here, but it's wide enough. Neutronium doesn't really get in the way. There's nothing else we want to build here, because the liquid lock's here for the space biome. But yeah, I don't think the intention is to use the magma for power. Because long term, it's not going to be here. There we go. I wasn't watching, but all the polluted water is evaporated now, so that's good. So that means the wire should heat up pretty quickly. You can just empty that gun, because that's fine. So we've got 400 kilograms in that tile, 510 kilograms in that tile. So that should all definitely be fine now. Put a ladder over here just so we can get over here. You know what? Put it one level lower. Maybe just do that. Yeah, I think this is going alright. I think we're just going to speed to it. Oh, what's broken? The door? That's fine. We're just going to speed to it. We're going to let them finish all of their current errands. And then at the start of the next stream, which is tomorrow, we will properly sort out the Gulp Fish. But at least we've reclaimed the space. At least we've got most of the Geotuners up. The refined metal is coming in. We could start building more of these, actually. Broken door. I don't care about broken doors. The game should actually punish you for doors breaking. You know what, I'm just going to make this one out of steel. Fuck it. We have so much steel over here. I think at this point we just build everything out of steel. It's not like this is a huge amount of steel, right? I want to see this done. And then we'll wrap it up. I'm sick of looking at these empty rooms. Okay, and then the power wire can go... Oh, how much of this can I stomach making out of steel? Okay. It's a deal with the devil, apparently. Right, and then this one can just go here, that's fine. Just phosphorus. We haven't got that much more metal ore left, by the way. We're kind of out of metal ore everywhere except for Bark Arrow. So, perhaps something... Making everything out of steel is a game state to be proud of. Yeah, you're right. When you're literally making steel because it's more metal than just iron. That's true. Salt water. Still don't really feel like printing any more dupes. We do have to get Higby and Migby involved at some point. I mean, the good news as well is about the polluted oxygen coming in here. We can pump out the other gases relatively easily, or we can tile them off pretty easily. If we want. Yeah, I'm just going to let them build everything else. We are going to speed to it for exactly one cycle. And then I'm going to... In fact, what do I even want to do? Because if I have it this zoomed out, I'm going to have to fill... I'm going to have to fill the background with other stuff. Also, we didn't actually quite dig up all of the slimy polluted water. But that's going to take ages. Because the polluted water itself blocks the radiation. We can't just dig the slime out of it pretty easily. It's not really going to happen. Unless we just let the slime fall to the floor with the germs, and then we don't actually extract it. But we want the phyto oil, so I don't think that's the plan either. Maybe, you know what, actually, I think instead of doing that, maybe we just have an overview shot of the whole asteroid, the whole top of the asteroid. And then we could fit everything in. The only thing is, the stuff at the very top, like the solar panels, we're probably not going to see. I don't know, I like this. The only problem is, maybe people are going to think I'm going to try Geotuner polluted water, polluted oxygen vents. No. Shan't. Right, we have made plenty of rad pills. I'm going to turn this off now. Or maybe I'll just set it to priority 1. Yeah, I'll just set it to priority 1, see if it does anything. Steel toilets, steel flower pots, steel light bulbs. I mean, yeah, there are actually reasons for making steel light bulbs sometimes. Mostly oil wells. When they're coming in and... When they're coming in and they've got to vent the back pressure. Yeah, it's certainly looking a lot more complete. Mildly frustrating that we haven't really finished anything specific today, but we'll be in a good position to finish stuff next time. Now look, you do actually have to do something. Yeah. I'm kind of aiming to get stuff finished on this asteroid this week. I'm going to go home at the weekend, or I'm going to go see family at the weekend, so I won't be around at all this weekend. I do actually have most of the planning for the Jorbo video done, but I'm not sure I'm going to have time because I'm going to be in Scotland. And I think I'm getting back late on Thursday. So maybe it's a case where the Jorbo video is going to come out middle of next week. But I'm pretty happy with the build we've got it with now. Getting the ratios of the Paku to the Seacomb to the Jorbos is actually kind of interesting with our build. Oh, Carrie actually raided us. Willow is not around usually at this. Oh God, what is going on here? No, look, make this out of steel. I mean, this is concerning. This is definitely concerning, but I think we can make it work. This is a lot of ethanol boiling we've got going on over here. All of this ethanol is just going to disappear. Oh, I like Scotland. I like going there. The only problem is I think it's raining. It is for work. It is work. I think it's going to rain, but not too bad. I've been there when it's been really wet. That's not been a problem. Well, that has been a problem. What did I say? Why am I getting less lag on this asteroid? This is the asteroid where everything is. I don't know, it's probably fine. Let's get the cycle 777. I'm just going to speed through it now. Will that work? Oh, you guys don't have a lot of construction boosters, do you? I think this is probably time where I actually remove the construction booster from one of you. Is it thing one? You're also still doing this, so I'm going to remove that. I like Scotland the times I've been there, but I could see it being different if I needed to go there for work and couldn't do any of the fun bits. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think it would have to be a pretty... I think I'd have to have pretty bad luck for it to be a bad site visit to Scotland, if I'm being honest. Compared to, like, just normal work. Right, put this in a construction booster. Please? I like Scotland. To be honest, I would like to move to Scotland, but there are different factors at play. Probably not going to happen at this point. And there is also the question as well, if I'm planning on moving a long distance, do I really want to stay in the UK? Or would I rather just go to Europe or somewhere else in the world? I don't know. I feel like if I was moving in the UK, I'd want to move to Scotland. Or maybe somewhere down south, but like the cost is so high. I remember what's the tree gonna get fed apart from care of the stoops? Gulp Fish! We're gonna have Gulp Fish here. A little bit annoyed that we're not doing that today, but we're gonna have Gulp Fish. The Pacu are over here. There's plenty of Pacu. The two Tungsten Volcanoes are underneath the magma. We're gonna vacuum this room out. We're gonna put some gunk on here so it stops off-gassing. We're gonna vacuum this bit out. We're just gonna dig in here and we're gonna... I don't know. to do something. Yeah. When I considered moving to a different country, my conclusion was New Zealand or nothing. I ended up with nothing. I would like to move to New Zealand. Obviously, so the pro and the con of New Zealand is it's really far away from everything. And that's good in some ways and bad in others. I think it's a sort of thing where if we... What is melting? Oh, these are melting. Okay, good. That was actually as intended. Oh, you know what we should do? We should actually finish this off then. We can actually get this finished today. We just dump the gunk here. I think enough of it will flow out over here that it will trick the vents. I don't think I even wanted to trick the vents. I think I just want to make sure that it actually lets the volcano erupt steam. Badly got packed with this asteroid. My last Marshy asteroid only had one puff to the Draco. Oh god, I didn't even realize that was the thing. Not having Pacu on this asteroid. That definitely feels like the best plan. Puffs. God, sustaining puffs off of the oxygen vents to feed the tree. That's a sad existence. Try making your dupes pee steam and dirt yet? Lol. Yeah. We'll get to the end of this cycle and then we'll wrap it up. I want to actually dump... I want to see if the gunk dumps over here, whether it actually fills up this whole bit or not. And I still don't think we're at the point where we want to... Dino DLC also could change the generation of the map. Well, we generated this map before the Dino DLC was released. We added the Dino DLC to this pack, but we didn't generate the seed with it, so... It should be unaffected by that. Our variety asteroid is the Frosty Planet asteroid. With the stuff on it. Oh, God. I have now remembered why I didn't do this. Gunk is heavier than uranium. Do I want the uranium up here? Maybe. Is it going to get up there? Probably not. I could sweep it and dump it up here. That could work. I don't think it will work though, because it's too viscous. Because we need it to get all the way over here. That's the conductive tile in the metal volcano tank. Yes. Seemed fun. I don't know, maybe just go over here. Doesn't feel great. You're going to activate 9 cycles, so you'll definitely activate next stream. Yeah, we won't have you directly be the thumbnail today, though. Right, you're hot. If I empty you, is this actually going to help us? I want more gunk over here, don't I? You biotic dupes of your productiveness is definitely helping us. If we move this in here and then empty that, will that help? Why don't we just let the pea touch the hot soup? What? Excuse me? I don't know. The gunk sinks to the floor. I want 2 liquids here so that when the aluminium erupts, it immediately condenses. No, it's not even aluminium. It's tungsten. This is probably overkill for the tungsten, in honesty. I just want to do it, damn it. Well, I think perhaps what we do is we just dig this up. Yes, wasting uranium, blah, blah, blah. I'm hoping if I empty it out... Okay, we've got depleted uranium here as well. Maybe that will do, actually, if it heats up. I think I'm going to get this out of here, though. Have we actually got the digging to do this? We do. Okay, so what we could do is if we relocate this here, I think that will melt. Based on what we've got on the other asteroid, on the main asteroid, that will melt up here. We already learned this on the other asteroid, by the way. This is what a man does when he doesn't have access to oil. He uses gunk. What is a man but a miserable little pile of gunk? In any case, this should heat up pretty quickly. Will it heat up by the end of the cycle? Let's find out. And now I think what we'll do is... I'll zoom out 1 level more. We'll go up here. Go here. Your multi-layer liquid thing seems clever, but so far it seems like way more hassle than just having high-pressure steam in the room. So the reason I'm doing this is because this lets us have an infinite amount of steam in the room. This lets us have so much steam in the room that we can have the volcano room be a constant fixed temperature. With the tricked volcano and the tricked liquid vent. That's why I'm doing it. Am I actually going to dump an infinite amount of steam in here? Probably not. Because we don't have an infinite amount of water on this asteroid. But that's why I'm doing it. What's happened here? That, I believe, is fine. Interesting that it's actually pushed out all that way. Did it just have some extra uranium on that tile, or... Yeah, I don't know. That's fine. I don't mind. Wait, are we actually out of rock for pipe? That's not good. Let's fix that. I guess we'll use igneous rock for the pipe. We do at least have plenty of igneous rock now, so that's fine. Back then I used to fill my steam room with nuclear waste. Not worth the hassle. Yeah, maybe not. Maybe not. Eh. Can I not actually move this around? This view? Yeah. I think they're doing an alright job. And yeah, we'll fill this with water and we'll hook everything up next time. I think we're on track to get this asteroid sorted out. Because we can get this done in like the first hour tomorrow. And then it's just literally breaking into the other volcanoes and sorting them out. And we have enough metal imported in, we can just do all the wires now. I don't think I'm going to bother replacing all of these wires over here. Yeah, I'm pretty happy. Oh, right. I think in that case, are we actually dumping the polluted water in there now? Is there... Okay, we are. That's on the way. Right, let's save it here. I'm going to leave that until tomorrow, for sure. At least we've decided what's going on with all the space. We know the transformers are going on. We've got a little bit of space above the magma where we could put something else. The vacuum area could be fairly small. Maybe we do something with Drecos, I don't know. It's always handy having, like, a local Dreco ranch, I suppose. So, we can do that, maybe. Oh, it's late night for the fish. Late night fish. Thanks very much for hanging out, everyone. If you are still here from carrying actually his raid earlier, thank you very much for hanging out. I do appreciate your company. It's September. It's September. 25% off subs all month. I'm going to try and make sure we get all of our objectives done on this run this month. The YouTube channel is here. We upload all the VODs there. There are videos on there as well. You can see what we're doing for the Gulp Fish tomorrow, more or less, on there. There's a Discord where we post about Oxygen Not Included and discuss other people's builds as well. That's a lot of fun. But yeah, we're going to get the Tungsten asteroid sorted out fairly soon. We will go to the niobium asteroid. The performance has been pretty good today, to be honest. We'll go to the niobium asteroid, get our niobium, get making thermium. Will we need supercoolant? Possibly. Probably. For sour gas boilers. So we'll probably have to make some of that as well. We'll figure that out. But we are going to get ourselves to the point where we can start doing everything. And then we're going to do a load of Sandbox Showcase videos when I get back from Australia in mid-October about the actual builds I'm going to do for Sandbox Showcase. And then we're probably going to do a few challenges on some other runs, some short-term challenges. And then, probably in the new year, maybe not in the new year, maybe around Christmas time, I'm going to get myself the new computer. And then we're going to go do it, I think. We'll see. I think if it wasn't for the fact that we were doing Australia and going on holiday for 3 weeks, we would maybe be able to get more done. But, yeah. Doesn't seem likely. That was my aim for 2025, was to get Sour Gas or Bust done. I didn't realize quite how long it was going to take. Like, we're probably going to be here for another 800 cycles. Like, I think we've done most of what we need to do to get started, but actually building all of the ranches and doing all that stuff is going to take a lot of time and a lot of planning. Actually, maybe it won't be that many cycles. Maybe, I think we might be finished by, like, cycle 1200, but it's going to take a similar amount of time. It's probably going to take another, I don't know, 130 hours. Less than 2 or 3 weeks. Australia doesn't seem long enough since the flight is so long. Lol. Yeah. 800 is a start. Yeah, we're doing well. We've done a lot. We're certainly the furthest we've ever been in this game in terms of space travel. Because we've never got to the Martian asteroid before. And the other thing is, we probably are going to look at other stuff in deep space before we finally build all the critter ranches. Just while we're here. Because we're probably not going to get to this point anytime soon in the future on a different run. I don't know. Who knows? And we probably will come up with a solution for the niobium volcano, because, frankly, it's just a lot of metal. It's a very productive metal volcano, and it requires almost no resources to geotune. So I would be a bit sad if we didn't actually do anything with it. Even if we don't technically need to. And who knows? Maybe if they update Surviving Mars and it looks good, we'll go do that. I'm going to go raid Stinger's Playground. We're going to see what they're up to. They're trying the multiplayer mod for ONI with tactical nugs. Sounds good. I'm not sure I'm ever going to try multiplayer ONI. That sounds terrifying. But yeah, take care, everyone. I'll be back tomorrow. We'll get more stuff done tomorrow, but the asteroid is looking good. Take care, everyone. Bye for now.